Welcome back to the final part of this evening's programme. Now, Britain's Got Talent star Emily England is back on stage for her West End debut as a magician. Emily and her brother got to the semi-finals of the show as a roller skating duo, but after training at Las Vegas Magic School, this will be Emily's West End debut performing magic. Well, Hebe spoke to Emily about the production called Wonderville.
A few years ago, I performed with my brother Billy on Britain's Got Talent, which changed my life overnight. We went viral, and the next day I got a call from Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas, and they flew us out, and we now headline a show called Absinthe at Caesar's Palace. And I've been living in Las Vegas for the past few years, and you know, being in headlining a Las Vegas show is sometimes quite overwhelming, especially for me when you're from Birmingham. So I met some magic friends. Basically, because Las Vegas is just filled with so much magic that somehow I fell into learning card tricks, to be honest, to distract myself from all the craziness that goes on in Las Vegas. And initially, I did it just as a hobby, and then you know my magic friends were telling me how natural I was at it and great. So I started doing shows in Las Vegas, magic shows in Las Vegas, aside from my show at Caesar's Palace. And slowly I got more and more popular in the magic community. So I started doing bigger shows in Las Vegas with magic. And since I've been in the UK and since the pandemic has been going on, there's such a large magic community here in London. I've been doing so many magic shows that I was spotted by one of the producers of Wonderville, and they invited me now to be on the West End. So it's kind of a little bit of a crazy, unexpected story. If someone told me 5 years ago, you're going to be on the West End as a magician, I would have said, oh, come on, no way.
So magic is a very male-dominated performance, but you are performing alongside some women in this production. How does that feel?
You know, honestly, because Josephine is also Britain's Got Talent star, so when she found out I was getting into magic a couple of years ago, she was performing in Las Vegas, and she came to see my show, and she introduced herself, and she was routing for me. She's like, I heard you're amazing, like, girl, keep it up, like, I want you like to perform with me one day. She was so supportive years and years ago, and look, now we're in the same show, performing next to each other, and it's just like, it's one of those, you know, dream come true, I think, for me. And I think also Josephine is so supportive to other women in magic. This is something that is so exciting for her, because she's usually the only female in the show, usually, apart from her assistants. So this is something we can talk magic backstage, talk card tricks. I think that's I think it's going to be exciting. I personally, I've never performed with other female magicians too, so it's something new for me as well.
And do you hope that more women come forward to perform magic in the future?
Absolutely. You know, I want to be a role model for young female magicians, because look, you know, 3 years ago I wasn't in magic at all, and now I'm performing in, you know, one of the biggest magic shows in the world. So I would love to be a role model for all young girls who are even thinking about getting into magic. Like, they have to do it. If magic is something that they love but are too scared to do, you know, I should be an example that don't be scared and go and do it. Like, I was terrified doing my first magic show, because you know, there's so many male magicians, you don't know what they're going to say, and you're afraid. But I've had nothing but support from male magicians, and don't be afraid.
And what do you hope people coming to see your performance will take from it?
I hope that when, you know, people see my performance, they see something that they've never seen before. So my magic is definitely original, and it's combined with acrobatics. So definitely it will be something new.
Much of your background is circus performing, and now you're performing magic. How did you make that transition, and why?
I think that when I was performing with the circus, I had a family act, and slowly when my mother stopped performing with us and my other brother got married and stopped performing with us, it was just me and Billy. So we were more of a cabaret act, and we grew as performers, and we weren't so like maybe family friendly is the right word. We were more like cabaret performers. So naturally we transitioned by producers coming to see our circus shows and inviting us to perform in their shows, and doing a lot of TV work just kind of led us away from the circus. But we definitely don't forget what our roots are. We never forget where we came from, and we'll always be circus kids at heart.
Wonderville is on from Friday at the Palace Theatre. Now, a new